11 in the books. We are 3 weeks away from the fantasy playoffs. Amazing. Amazing how the time flies. 3 weeks away. But that being said, 3 weeks is still a decent amount of time. A lot can change in just 3 weeks, as we saw from this week. Kind of a weird week. It was it was good football, but it felt like fantasy wasn't as good. I think a lot of that had to do with the quarterbacks just sucking. But yeah, we are here. We had a Monday night game. I know Pickens came through, Lamb came through, Dak came through. Who else? Anyone else come through really?
I don't know. What did Ferguson do? He had a few catches, probably not a big game. Four
He had a
for
touchdown.
16 and a touchdown. So he did the tight end thing.
Yeah, Javonte. I mean, he had a lot of work. He did, a little bit of a trap back though, just 93 total yards. So, I know Genty had some catches, but man, 6 carries for 7 yards. That is bad. I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah,
was decent.
They threw up the graphic that said he was last in the NFL. I didn't see what the qualifiers were for yards before contact.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. A lot of close matchups, it seems like, in our some of our leagues here. We'll see. We'll start getting more people locked for the playoffs and stuff like that. I think in Zeus, if I made the league median, I'm looking pretty good for the playoffs there. So I'm excited. Might be the only listener league where I make the playoffs, to be honest. So, but yeah, let's see here. Marvin says he just traded Bijan for CD and Rashad White. Trade deadline. Shouldn't be any trade deadlines. No, it's fine. Made a buzzer beater trade right now. Sent Dowdle, Hubbard, Tez, DJ Moore, and Strange for Javonte, Huge, Tracy, and Otten. So you traded Bijan for CD and Rashad White. That's in redraft or in Dynasty. I think it's close. Probably either way, right?
Yeah, it's probably a pretty lateral move. But if you need the receiver.
And then he sent Dowdle, Hubbard, so the Panthers backfield, Tez Johnson, DJ Moore, and Brenton Strange. Oh, it's redraft, okay. For Javonte, Hughes, Tracy, and Otten. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dowdle and Javonte, similar-ish. I mean, Dowdle's been better, obviously, as of late, but, similar in the sense of their running backs are going to get a lot of work on not. Like, one has a good offense, but you can see as tonight it can maybe not translate into much. And then another one has a, not a great offense. So, yeah. Frosty lost London. Yeah, it's tough. London got hurt. Penix got hurt. There was someone else. Josh Jacobs might miss some time.
Penix did actually go to IR. I know they were talking about he could miss the whole season, but he did actually go on IR.
So basically, he's done.
Yeah.
That's a concern with Penix. Like, he had a lot of knee injuries in college. That was kind of that's one of the reasons why he was in college for so long. He was just always hurt, knee injury after knee injury after knee injury. And so, now he's re-injuring. This is the knee that he hurt. So, 2018, he tore his left ACL. He had a joint sprain in 2019, a clavicle fracture in his shoulder. 2020, he tore the same ACL. 2021, he suffered an AC joint. Just a lot of injuries for Penix. 12 teams start 8. CD isn't wide receiver 1 anymore. I still think he's wide receiver 1. I mean, he should have had another touchdown. He just dropped it. It was a walk-in touchdown at the 2-yard line that he dropped. He catches that, and, he gets 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. You're perfectly fine. I still think he's the wide receiver 1. So, But Pickens is good too, and they're going to have games like that, So Judkins is being wasted. Yeah, this was always the fear. This was the fear with Judkins, right? Of just like on a bad team. Although that game kind of didn't go as we thought, right? Like it was pretty close. I mean, Browns are winning that game pretty late, right? So, um, but yeah, it's when you have Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders and what's going to beat you, Judkins. So, in on that. So, make sure to hit the like button for us, guys. Would appreciate it if you could do that. So, Brian, are you worried about Rushy's week 17? He's going against the Broncos again, and it's probably Pat Surtain. What do you think I can get for him wide receiver wise? So, you thinking about trading Rushy Rice simply due to the fact that his week 17 he plays the Broncos again with potentially Patrick Surtain?
Yeah, I'm not super concerned with it. I guess like you got to make it to week 17 first, right? Like unless you're extremely confident that you are. But for most people, that means winning at least one playoff match, even with the bye. So I don't know. You're going to have to get someone pretty top tier for him.
Yeah, I mean, what wide receivers would you even want over? I mean, JSN, Puka,
Chase,
Amon-Ra, Chase, although Chase is suspended a game.
yeah.
Amon-Ra.
But if you're feeling really good about making those playoffs and everything, and the Chase manager really needs to do something, you might be able to get that done. You might have to throw a little on top. But
I don't even know. Like guys like Amon-Ra, Pickens, Devontae Adams, Emeka Buka, like you can make an argument for Rice over all those guys. There's only a few guys that's like for sure I want over Rice. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Again, if you're in the championship, you're in the championship, right? You got to kind of get there, and Rice, is going to be a big part of that. Chiefs are going to have to start winning if they want to make the playoffs. They get the Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans before that Broncos game. So Chargers, Titans, Broncos is his playoff schedule. So I don't think that's a terrible one there. Lineup is now Darnold, Kyren, Chase, Brown, Javonte, Tracy, Rice, Lamb, Gadsden with Huge, Pierce, and Dobbs on the bench. Marvin, you got to cut Quentin Johnston, man. It's part of your brand. You got to cut him. I need to win out for him 7. Yeah.
Is there a buy in there for Bijan? I don't know when. Let's see. When is the Falcons buy? No, that passed.
They already had it.
Okay. I mean, I guess I can see trying to like really bolster that wide receiver room. Obviously, he was pretty thin there. If all he's listing is Rice, and he just got Lamb, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't mind it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be tough, but yeah, you need to win out there. By the way, Marvin, you got to give him credit. Jacoby Brissett just set the NFL season in the history of the NFL most completions in a game. For whatever reason, they thought it was smart to let Jacoby Brissett throw the ball 60 times. So, but yeah, he Michael Wilson 17 targets and whatever the hell he had, crazy. Are we going to fade London next year? What's up?
I was going to say I lost one of my leagues because I didn't start Michael Wilson. It's the problem with having too many leagues, but he would have been It's funny because he outscored all of my wide receivers put together. Sutton, Adunze, Puka, and Huge. He outscored all four of them combined.
Yeah.
You can even throw Herbert in there. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. Quarterbacks were so bad this week. It's insane.
Apparently, I
like-
should have started Davis Mills over Drake May and Justin Herbert.
Yeah. I was so upset because like I benched last minute. I put Tua in over Flacco in our Zeus league because like, all right, Tua going against the Commanders, and then Flacco. It was like, oh, a bunch of wind and stuff in that Steelers game, and I just felt like shit after that because they played in Spain. I felt like shit until Flacco did better, but it was like 4 points better or whatever, and I still won. So, but yeah, I don't know if we're gonna fade. It depends on what you mean by fade. I still think he's probably going to be a second round pick. There's a good chance they have a whole new coaching staff in there. That could be good for London and Penix and all that. It could be bad. I don't know. It's going to be yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but I'm just kind of looking at London's stats here. I mean, he was on pace for a really good season. We'll see how much time he misses, but dude in 9 games put up 60 catches and 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. So, I don't know if we're gonna fade him necessarily. I still think he'll be like a second round pick.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to, honestly.
Pittman or BTJ? Assuming he plays, probably just go with Pittman at this point.
Yeah. It's hard
Tough
to
matchup though.
Yeah. Brian Thomas is the Tyreek Hill from last year. It's like we got to keep starting him, and it's just not happening. So
yeah,
he's fine to flex, but I think Pittman's got the floor, man, and he's been playing really well up until this week or last week. Rather.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Modelo there?
Yep. No, Bohemia.
Oh, nice.
Pacifico. Yeah, only 2 down games really for Pittman. So I guess 3 if you count 8 points there. I was talking to the JSN owner. I was thinking Rushy, Rice, and Kittle for JSN. I'm 10-1 now. I'm confident, but what do you guys think? A little bit too much. I'd probably say it's a bit too much, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's trying to consolidate a little, you said it's a start. Oh wait, no, it's just not the same team. I didn't even look at the name.
That was the when he was talking about trading off of Rushy Rice because they made 17.
I started combining him with Marvin's teams in my head though. Who's your other tight end?
Tight end is.
Yeah,
depends who
because I was like, oh, well, he does have Gadsden, so you at least have a startable guy. But no, that was back there.
Yeah, I mean, Kittle's starting to look like Kittle again. Like last 2 weeks, he's been great. 9 for 84 and a touchdown, 6 for 67, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, him and Purdy have a connection. So I think it's a little bit too much. It also, depends on who your other tight end is. He has Kincaid. Thinking of getting I just think the fall off from like Kittle to one of those guys is I think Rushy Rice is still going to be really good. Yeah. So if you have serious concerns about Rice, not just week 17 concerns, then you can go for it. I don't really, we saw 3 games from him. He was or 4 games from him. He was awesome in 2 of them. He was good in another. And then he gave you almost double-digit points this last week in a bad game, in a tough matchup. So, but, Kittle can go on a run here and be tight end 1 from this point on. So, what do we think of Henderson's outlook could be going forward? Yeah, it's going to be tough. Like, it all depends on Ramondre Stevenson and when he comes back, how they use him. I don't think they're just going to fully go to Henderson. Like, Trayvon Henderson, I think he's been playing like 80% of the snaps. 83, yeah, more than that, like 85%. I don't see that happening. I hope it doesn't go back to what it was before when Stevenson was playing, which was like 30%. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Like I think he can be very efficient, but you also like sometimes you just like you need to get into a rhythm. You know, some of these running backs, it's like yeah, they can be explosive and efficient, but if they don't get enough touches, you know, I don't know. It's really a wild card. Do you have any lean?
Not a
Yeah.
strong one. I mean, it's we really don't know. It's like sometimes they do put that shit back in the bottle for some reason. You know, it's like sometimes you're kind of like, well, they can't just go away from him now. Like, you know, he was really good. But yeah, not the most efficient running, but holy shit, you really want him to at least. It'd be great if he had 60-40 split, like on the higher end, because he's got Cincy and the Giants next, so he could just really destroy. But it's gonna. I mean, I'm gonna start him this week, even if Ramondre's out there, and hopefully it works out. Let's see. Ramondre's been 3 point. Yeah, I mean, it's harder to. I was gonna looking at their yards per carry on the season. Travion's at 4.9. Ramondre's at 3.3.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting week.
Yeah. I mean, Travion does have like a big, 10 and a half yards per carry week, which kind of overinflates that a bit. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his games this year are 4 or under. So, yeah, it really is a wild card there. It can't really tell you what they plan on doing. Feels like Ramondre is going to come back and be a little bit of a thorn in the side for Travion, to be honest. So it's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, this kind of sucks. So there was a trade that went down. You're not in this listener league, and it went down after the early games had started. And so it was London. What was the trade? It was Darnold and London for Dak and CD. And London's game had already started.
This is
And this is Dynasty. They didn't realize that the trade would go through except for London. Like they thought it would just the trade would just get pushed to this week. So like that person would still have Dak and CD and Darnold and London on your team. And then when because London's game had already started. But what happens on Sleeper is anyone who hasn't played yet gets added, but that person, if their team's already played or their game's already started, that player stays on that team until the new week starts, right?
Yeah.
And so they both agreed to reverse it. And now London gets hurt, of course. So, yeah. I mean, I would easily want the Dak CD side. I think you won that trade. I probably shouldn't be talking about it because, if people are going to listen and who they want. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if that trade still happens. And Darnold look like shit, so
yeah,
could back out.
Yeah, I would easily want that Dak and CD side also. I'm kind of surprised that really went down. I mean, I guess you're getting younger on both sides of it, on the London Darnold side, but not much, or I don't know, not enough to make a difference to me anyways.
Yeah, I mean, up until that point, yeah, I guess Dak was significantly better.
Yeah, I remember that actually happened in one of our leagues last year or the year before. It was in our dynasty league, so I knew I would have I could have told him what was going to happen, but um, yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, did they start London?
yeah.
Wait, so he still should have got the London points then. The guy who
No,
traded him
well,
away.
we reversed the trade. They didn't think the
Nah, I
trade
got it.
was like they didn't think any player was going to be traded at that point. They thought it was just all going to go through, tomorrow or something.
No,
So,
okay.
and then when it went through, but London stayed on the roster, so basically the guy getting CD and Dak would basically get London this week, CD and Dak.
Yeah,
Whereas,
yeah.
and so they both agreed to reverse it. I said I needed both people to kind of, agree on it. So yeah, that's tough. That
Yeah.
is tough. Heard guy Jacoby Fields got benched for Taylor. Yep.
I know. Again,
Again, even though he's wait, did they win? No, they lost.
no, they
They played
lost.
Thursday night, right? But they
Uh,
won two in a row.
yeah, that's why
Won two in a
they're
row,
benching Fields. They don't want to
right?
win.
It's time to pull up one of my favorite websites, Tankathon, and see who's currently the number one pick is the Tennessee Titans. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other teams with 2. The Titans have 1 win, 5 other teams with 2 wins. So it's gonna be a battle for that number 1 pick. You got right now it's Titans, Giants, Browns, Saints, Jets are the top 5. So
Wait, where are the Raiders?
Raiders are 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 4 teams tied at 2 and 8. So then strength of schedule is the tiebreaker. So like if you had an easier schedule and you have the same record, then that team is considered worse. So they get a higher pick. So Raiders have the hardest schedule of the 2 and 8 teams. So Raiders just can't win. Do you like Godwin as a good flex once he's back? Yeah, I mean, it depends on your team. It's going to be like one of those things. I feel like I'm going to need to see something personally. So,
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing is we know the chemistry's there with Baker. It's just going to be a matter of, how they work him into the offense. Like he's going to be a welcome addition back into the fold. Like they've lost the last few games. Again, yeah. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. I mean, they lost the last 2. Luckily their division sucks, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Panthers are what, 1 game out of the division on the Bucks. Here come the Panthers.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Panthers get Niners, Rams. Ugh. Niners, Rams the next 2 weeks. That's rough. Niners, Rams, Saints. They play the Bucks twice, so it's probably going to come down. Well, I don't know. Might come down to those couple of games though. 2 of the last 3 weeks against the Bucks.
Yeah.
It's all scripted. It's like they knew.
It's all weird. It's always weird when they have that.
Yeah, they don't play them until the very end or something.
Yeah. Almost back to back.
Yeah, I mean, Chargers started off 3 straight. They played each divisional opponent the first 3 weeks. So, going to be a little difficult after the injuries. Yeah, it's going to be tough this week. 4 teams on a bye as well. So you got 4 teams this week, none in week 13, and then 4 teams in week 14. So we got Chargers, Broncos, Dolphins, Commanders on a bye here. Taylor was really nice in his prime. Fields is out for sure. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Looks like Trey Lance and Malik Willis are the top free agent quarterbacks this year, and Danny Dimes. Yeah, I'll be interested with Malik Willis. I mean, you saw the Packers be able to get something out of him. He's kind of fun, but I don't know if you can. I think he's more of a backup that can come in and help your team win a couple games versus like playing him an entire year. Just won by a third of a point against Genty. Nice. BTJ definitely the worst second round pick in recent memory. Man, I have to think about that. Like non-injury, those are worse, right? When they're non-injury and they suck, you just keep starting them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was trying to think, like, damn, I don't even remember who was going in the second round last year. I feel like Tyreek was first round, so he doesn't count.
ETN was, and he was pretty bad last year.
ETN was second, you think?
He was a second round pick. Yeah, I remember him being a second round pick. I know there's like a website. I think it's Fantasy Football. Oh, actually, no, Fantasy Pros does it. So in the second round last year in PPR, you had Gibbs, Puka, Kyron, Marvin Harrison, ETN, Derrick Henry, Pacheco, Devontae Adams, Josh Allen, Kelsey, London, Olave. So I mean, Kelsey wasn't worth that. Pacheco wasn't. ETN.
I was gonna say Olave was bad, but he missed a bunch of time for. He was actually good when he played.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison sucked.
Yeah.
Second round pick. Yeah, it'd be fun to actually go back and look. Maybe that's something we'll look at in the offseason. Drop Q just my brand, but the other manager likes Ted Johnson more. Got to drop him, man. You got to drop him. I value Dowdle and Javonte the same. Yeah, I can see that. I can see them being basically valued the same. Again, they're running backs on their teams. They're not the focal point of their offense, really. Although I guess you can make it a case for Rico being kind of like the Panthers want to run the ball, run the hell out of the ball, although not this week. Mac Jones is tradable. The QB free agents aren't that strong. Yeah, I haven't even looked at. I was actually thinking about that today. Free agents, because I was thinking about Pickens and Javonte, both free agents. I think Javonte is a free agent.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a 1 year prove it deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think they're going to pay him?
Javonte?
Can't afford him.
I don't know. It depends on what he wants. You could probably, I don't think he's going to command a lot, to be honest. Look at what Rico Dowdle went for last year, and they're probably going to have similar seasons, right? I mean, just off the top of my head, I mean, Dowdle had 1,000 total yards, 6 touchdowns. Well, no, maybe not, because Javonte's already had 800 yards. Never mind. He's been much better.
Yeah, and they didn't want to pay Dowdle. What did
1,300 total yards for Dowdle?
The Panthers basically gave Dowdle about almost $3 million, so they didn't even want the Cowboys didn't even want to give him that.
Yeah, Dowdle had 1,300 total yards. Sorry, last year, so it'll be close. I mean, Javonte has 800 in 9 games, so it'd be pretty close there. The question is, are they going to pay Pickens? I think that's a bigger question. Possibly.
Yeah. It's a huge part of why they're winning, that's for sure.
Yeah, winning and exciting for fantasy. So
yeah, winning when they do win, I guess. They're only 4
5 and 1.
Oh yeah, they did have their bye.
Let's see here. They are the 11th seed right now. So they are, they're still a few games back of the 49ers and stuff. So I have Kincaid. We talked about that one. Should I do Jamar, Ladd, and Addison for Puka and Devontae Smith and Gordon? Ollie Gordon? So Jamar, Ladd, and Addison for Puka, Devontae, and Ollie Gordon, 6 and 5. So 6 and 5. it's not a must win next week, but you'd like to win, obviously. Like you're right there. So I'm factoring in Jamar. Chargers are on their bye as well, so he's trading away two guys that aren't playing next week. I don't know if the Vikings have had. No, they've already had their bye, right?
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, I mean, Smith has been better than Ladd, right? Puka and Chase can be close to a push as far as like what they can actually give you. So,
yeah, I think I'd take the Puka Devontae side. Kind of need to win. DeMar and Ladd aren't playing next week, so I think that kind of like seals it for me. It's close enough. Has Devontae Smith been better than Ladd?
Devontae Smith, maybe not.
Ladd heading into this week was wide receiver 12, Devontae wide receiver 14.
Yeah.
I know Ladd probably didn't do anything because the Chargers didn't do anything. What did Devontae Smith do? 1 for 8.
It's actually really close. Ladd's basically got 5 more catches and 1 more touchdown. So, I mean, they're like neck and neck.
Yeah.
And Smith's got 20 more yards than him. So, similar enough.
When do you start paying attention to schedule and standings? I took a look today and was relieved that some of the normal good teams will be playing.
I just realized too, Devontae Smith has played 1 less game than him too. So
1 less game.
Because he had a bye already. So
yeah. Are you talking about Kevin? Are you talking about? I just saw the comment at the bottom. Are you talking about like NFL, like the NFL schedule and who they're playing and stuff like that? I mean, now's the time to look at it. There's probably not a whole lot you can do. I always look at it when like trying to buy low on players, but it's hard in general. It's hard to trade in general in redraft, just because no one's deep at anything. Everyone's trying to compete and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I always kind of look at it like, again, probably starting a week or two ago, start looking at it a little bit and seeing if there's anyone I can, take a shot on or something. Like I made a trade and it was a dynasty league. Basically I traded Devontae Adams straight up for Derrick Henry. And, one of the reasons was, well, running backs are a little bit more valuable in that league. But also the Ravens schedule. They get Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, and then Patriots, Packers. So, their next 4 weeks are really nice. And so I'm hoping they kind of push me over the top there. So, yeah, always kind of looking, especially around this time. Got offered a Buka and Manungai for Diggs and Tracy. Should I take it?
I would.
What side do you want?
I want Buka. I'd say so. I'm just like actually pulling up Diggs. I know he's been playing like he's had well, let me put it this way. I feel like Buka has more upside, I guess. And maybe that's not exactly fair, but certainly feels that way.
They've probably been pretty close.
Yeah,
I mean, has been better, but
yeah, I mean, this week was pretty bad. We don't know what it's going to look like when Godwin's there. Like, not that he's going to like take a bunch of work away from him, but could make him even better. Honestly, Tracy, I'm not excited about. So it's kind of I'm just looking at the receivers. Like, I don't know.
I mean, Tyrone Tracy had a good game.
He did have a good game.
23 touches, 140 total yards, 4 catches. If Jameis is going to start anymore, I don't know if he is, but I know he didn't. I know Singletary got the touchdown, and Tracy was still playing about 50% of the snap. So, I don't expect that. But even the last couple of weeks, like he's been fine. 70 yards 2 weeks ago. If he gets a couple catches, you're okay there. I mean, I think I would want Tracy over Manungai.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, but I don't know. I'm not super excited about starting the running back on the Jets, I guess. Or sorry, the Giants.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, I'm
But
curious though, because
but Monangai, you can't really start. I mean, you could in a pinch, but it's not really happening there. It's more closer to a handcuff or than a low end flex, but I've definitely started him a few times, not just when Swift missed either.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking now. So Patriots haven't had their bye yet, so I guess they have a week 14 bye. So if you kind of need to win these last 3 weeks, 2-1, 3-0, that could be the deciding factor there. I'd probably just keep Ibuka as well. I don't think it's that far off though, because I do prefer Tracy over Manungai. I'm just looking at it now, like Diggs and Ibuka aren't super far off. I mean, they're far enough off. They're heading into this week, Ibuka is averaging 4 more PPR points per game. I think Diggs closed the gap a little bit because he outscored him by like 10 points. But yeah, I'll keep Ibuka and Manungai there.
I think he's getting it. Maybe. I don't know. We just got to say we can't tell. Said he got offered that for. I imagine he's got Diggs and Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah, I never know how to understand these trades, so I always just see the side I want. I want the Ibuka side.
Yeah, and the Giants, they do get Detroit and New England and then a bye. The Giants do, so that ain't good.
They get Detroit, New England, and a bye.
Yeah.
The who?
The Giants.
Oh, for Tracy.
Yeah, for Tracy. So
yeah,
not my favorite, but he does get passes and stuff. So
Patriots number one against running backs. Lions number 2.
Yeah, well, there you go.
How likely is it for Trey Tucker to be an actually startable asset for future in the in Dynasty? It depends on how deep your rosters are.
I said
So, what?
How likely is it? It's unlikely.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I mean, if you play in our leagues, like I'm starting Tucker almost every week even on like one of the top teams, because it's a 12-team start 12. So, even the best teams in the league are starting players that, and people are like, really? You're starting that guy? Like, so like this week I had to start Marquise Brown, Kyle Williams, Tyler Bidet. Still won, still somehow got 150 points. But that's where I was, I was deciding between Tyler Bidet, Chris Moore, Besh, and Turpin and stuff, Demario Douglas and all that. So definitely I think in those type of leagues, yeah.
I'm gonna say definitely haves and haves nots. I didn't even break 90 in that league, which is really bad. It's like shit. That means my guys average less than 8 points a piece. It's a super flex league. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. I actually don't feel terrible about that team if I get some pieces back. I need like Mike Evans, Jaden Reed, Bucky Irving. Those 3 guys come back. And, Dobbins, I don't know if he's going to be back, but, Reed, Evans, and Bucky, they could all be coming back. Well, maybe not Evans, but Reed and Bucky, that looks a lot better than Tyler Bidet and Kyle Williams, So in those type of leagues for sure. But if you play in any type of standard, like not standard, but like most people play in shallowish leagues, I would say no for the most part. Just kind of a bench piece. Best ball, he's okay too. Commish edited the roster for one game. Yeah, I guess I could have potentially done that, but it was like I was working and it was right in the middle of like the Sunday games, and it was kind of just like I need to know what you guys want. So I don't know what room 40 is here. I don't know if it's what it is. So start Purdy, Knicks, or Dart next week. 4-point. Okay, let me pull up who these people are playing and all that.
I mean, my gut reaction is just Purdy, just because he looks so good.
All right, you got Purdy against the Panthers, Monday Night Football, I believe. Knicks is on a bye, right? Broncos are on a bye. Pretty sure.
They are.
And then Dart, yeah, it's playing Detroit. I would go Purdy. I'd go Purdy. So makes it easy if Dart doesn't play either. Trade Harvey for Kelsey in redraft. I guess you can. I don't know. I'd probably just keep Kelsey depending on who my tight end is.
Yeah, is Kelsey top 5?
Probably.
Yeah, he's tight end 2. Well, wait, this is a bad league to look at.
I mean, I'm just looking at his box score.
Yeah, 9 for 91 and a touchdown.
Well, I'm just looking at all his games, like one game, maybe 2 games under double-digit points. So he's been awesome 6 straight weeks. Yeah, I'm keeping Kelsey in this trade. I don't know. There's an argument for Harvey getting more work after their bye, potentially, but yeah. What if Carolina can get Kyler Murray trade? Maybe Kyler can play better in a weak division. I don't see any other team. Jets have a high draft pick. Yeah, if I'm the Jets, I'm not too high of a draft pick to get Murray. I don't know. I don't know where Murray's going to go, where he's going to play. So he'll play somewhere for sure, but I haven't even started thinking about that. After watching Philly destroy Goff, do I bench Prescott next week and start Goff versus the Giants? So Dak's playing the Philly. Yeah, I would start Goff, I think, over Dak against Philly. I'd probably just play matchups there.
Yeah. To say you got to throw to catch up, but yeah, that doesn't always play out. It's like, how do you get in the lead? Throw some touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll probably go Goff there.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, I don't see I think probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a blow-up game for Dak, but I could see like a 10-point game for Dak, whereas like Goff probably gives you 15 at least. No problem, Bryce. Dynasty trade, knocked out of the playoffs. I'm stacked a wide receiver. I was offered a 26 first, a 27 first, and a 27 second for Jordan Love, Devontae Smith, and Tajay Spears. So I was offered a 26 first, a 27 first. Is Superflex here, Will? First. Is this Superflex? So basically 2 firsts and a second for Jordan Love, Devontae Smith, and Tajay Spears. If it's Superflex, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough.
Well, I mean, sorry. If it's Superflex, I want the Love side.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer it that way. If it's 1 QB, Superflex, and they added Penix. Okay, so 2 firsts, Penix, and a second. Then I'm probably okay with that.
Yeah, that makes it more palatable for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good with that. I mean, hopefully one of those firsts are early, or you don't know about the 27 picks, but yeah. If they added Penix to the pick side, I'm fine with Penix in the picks there. So Kyler's more explosive than Bryce in every way. Yeah, but Bryce was awesome this week. Bryce has these moments where it's just like, oh yeah, I can see why you're the number 1 pick. 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. He looked great. And he got knocked out of that game too. He got knocked out of that game. Prioritize these players in order: Gainwell, Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, Chris Rodriguez. I think this is going to be.
Let's see.
I mean, if
do we
so
have
here's the-
anything about Jacobs yet? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Jalen Warren was like, it was him saying it, but he was like, I could have gone back in the game type of stuff. So the issue with Gainwell is, we have to put in waivers tomorrow night. We're not going to know if Warren's going to be playing or not until Friday, most likely. And so I do think Jacobs, it sounds like he's going to miss a game at least, right? Sean Tucker,
Yeah.
Bucky could be back. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it's probably Wilson, Rodriguez, Tucker, Gainwell for me.
Yeah, assuming you don't have assuming you're not handcuffing your own guys and stuff. I think I agree with that. So I think Wilson is to me, Gainwell, Tucker are at best 1 week starts. And if I had to let's just assume all these guys, all their starters ahead of them are out. I'd probably lean Gainwell, to be honest, to start next week. But if it's more of you're thinking more long term and stuff, yeah, I think I like the Wilson Rodriguez one. So an Osweiler trade would be cool. Arizona gives up picks so Carolina can cover some contract. So you're saying Kyler to the Panthers? I don't know. I think I would just roll with Bryce at this point rather than, unless they do pay for a lot of that contract. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Happy Monday. What's up, fellas? Would you rather? We'll get to a few more of these and we'll take off, guys. But would you rather drop Tez Johnson or DJ Moore? I believe that is. How much fab would you give up for Wilson from Green Bay? I mean, if I have Jacobs, I'm going to put a lot of fab. If I don't have Jacobs, it's
What's a lot?
You to go.
You going 40%? Going that high?
Yeah. At this point, I mean, week 12.
Yeah, can't take it with you. Yeah, definitely. If you have Jacobs, you're gonna have to spend at least 25% of your original budget to get him, probably. And he didn't look too bad. He didn't look explosive, but that game was a little wonky.
Emmanuel Wilson, you're talking about?
Yeah. Sorry.
I will say Chris Brooks was kind of their backup to start the year. Hasn't played out that way recently. I'd be a little bit hesitant. Is Emmanuel Wilson going to get all the touches like Jacobs? I don't think so. I'll say this. A lot of it also depends on what's your team situation here? Do you need that start potentially from Wilson? Are you a playoff team already? Because I'm not spending a lot on Wilson if I'm already going to make the playoffs and stuff. So, who would you rather drop, Tez Johnson or DJ Moore?
Jeez,
Crazy.
Is this where we're at?
I mean, I don't know what the excuse is for DJ Moore at this point.
He's on the Bears.
I mean,
I'm probably, if I had to drop one, I was going to say it's probably DJ Moore, but I don't, just because, the Bucs offense has been stalling out a little bit. They actually didn't play too bad yesterday. They ended up losing by 12, I think. But there was a couple of touchdowns scored right near the end of the game because it's fucking Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But I mean, Godwin's impact on Tez Johnson is what? You think it's pretty significant? I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of target share, I'm trying to think how they're going to play and their role in the offense and stuff like that. I'd have to look up where Tez is playing and all of that. But yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, probably Tez Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking up Bears stats and stuff because you're like, he's on the Bears. I'm like, I feel like their offense has been decent. Is Caleb Williams going to throw for 4,000 yards and become the first Bear quarterback? Only team in the NFL to not have a 4,000-yard passer. He's currently on pace for 3,959 yards. So he's right bang on.
Damn.
Yep. We'll see. Should I trade Puka and Chase Brown for Jamar and K9?
I'll keep Puka and Chase Brown.
Yep. Agreed. Dynasty trades. We did this one. Is Carolina a quarterback away? I think they're a little bit more than that. They need another weapon there, I would say. Like, I don't know. I don't think Xavier Legette's the guy. Unfortunately, I mean, he's decent at times, but like he's probably better. Like, you need one more weapon there, like as at either tight end or like a better wide receiver too. So, like if Legette was kind of like the 3rd/4th option on this team, I think it would be good. Trey Lance, yeah, dude, Tanner McKee, man, Tanner McKee. But yeah. We are going to take off. Have they updated league standings and all that yet? They do it. They do it pretty quickly. We should be at 22 points, right? So not yet.
Not yet.
So I'm up. I think I'm up 5 points on the 7th place team in Zeus, and there's 6 points left. So I think I'm gonna make the playoffs there.
Wow, pulling it out, huh?
Again, like I don't feel terrible about the team. Like if I can roll out a lineup of like Caleb, I guess Tua at this point, Tua /Flacco, Achane, Derrick Henry, Andrews, Pickens, Gibbs, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Jaden Reed. Like I'd feel pretty good, So I don't know. We'll see.
I'll trade you some guys. I'd almost rather not make the playoffs in that league at this point. My team fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean you're 3 up. I think. I don't think anything changed with you and Juju, or maybe. Oh, actually, Purple Plum did.
He might have got an extra point, but I don't know what the median was. I wasn't even paying attention to that league. I was like, it's like, oh no, I'm getting destroyed so quickly. So whatever.
Yeah. All right, we'll get out on this. I'm getting JJ and Lamar. Justin Jefferson and Lamar for Hunt, Dowdle, and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Wait. Really? I mean, yeah. Take the Justin Jefferson side. I should call it the Lamar side, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna take off. 4 and 7 is tough. Guy's desperate for running back. Yeah, he must be. Jeez. I mean, yeah, that's easy trade for you to get Jefferson and Lamar there. So. Smash, accept, now, run. But yeah, we are going to take off, guys. Appreciate you all. We'll be back Thursday after the game. And yeah, appreciate everyone. And take care. Good luck on waivers. And we'll see you guys all on Thursday.